Today, we want to look at the topic soil and soil conservation in agriculture. First of all, let us look at the term soil. Soil is the loose uppermost part of the earth crust which supports plant growth. And soil conservation, it involves the introduction of sound method of farming which protect the soil against soil erosion and keep the soil in a good state. Now let us look at importance of soil. Number one, it supports and hold plants firmly in position. Number two, it provides nutrients, water, mineral salt, and oxygen for plant growth. Number three, it forms a habitat for some macro and micro organisms. Now, let us look at the components of soil. Number one, we have organic matter, inorganic matter, soil water, soil air, and the last one, living organisms. These are the things that come together to form soil. We are going to look at few of them and discuss them. So first of all, let us take soil water. Soil water is the water that can be found in small pore space in the soil, which helps in dissolving plant nutrients to be assimilated by the plant. Types of soil water. We have hygroscopic water, number two, capillary water, number three, gravitational water. Let us see how we can define these types of water that can be found in the soil. Number one, hygroscopic water. This is the residual soil moisture too tightly adhered to soil particles to be absorbed by plant root. Capillary water. This is the water retained in the small pore and available for plant use. Gravitational water. This is the extra water that percolates into the water table under the influence of gravity. This is not available for plant use. Let us look at importance of soil water. Number one, raw material for photosynthesis. Number two, it dissolves soil nutrients. Number three, it helps in germination. Let us look at organic matter as a second component of the soil. Organic matter is the decomposition of plant and animal remains in the soil. Examples are farmyard manure, green manure, human waste, compost. Let us pick few of them and look at what they mean. Farmyard manure. They are poultry droppings or cattle droppings that are added to the soil to promote the growth of plants. And they add nutrient to the soil as well. Let us look at green manure. Green manure is the process by which leguminous plants are plowed into the soil at their flowering stage to add nutrients into the soil. All right, let us look at importance of organic matter. Number one, it helps to bind loose particles of sandy soil, or we can say it improves soil structure. Number two, it regulates soil temperature. Number three, it enhances soil water retention. Number four, it provides nutrients to the soil for plant use. Let us look at the third component of the soil, soil living organisms. They are organisms whose habitats are in the soil. They include micro and macroorganisms. An example of such organisms are earthworm, ant, termite, centipede, and we can also have roundworm, which we can call it nematode. And nematode are parasitic to plant. All right, so let us look at the ways of controlling nematode. Number one, by practicing crop rotation. Number two, by fumigation. You fumigate the soil with nematicide. Number three, by covering the soil surface with plastic sheet. Number four, by working heavy dose of organic manure into the soil. All right, let us look at importance of earthworm, because earthworm is beneficial to the soil and to plants as well. So one importance for earthworm is that they enhance soil aeration. Number two, they decompose organic matter in the soil. Number three, they improve organic matter. All right, let us look at types of soil. We have three types. Those are the main types we have: sandy soil, loamy soil, clay soil. Let us pick them one by one and define them. Clay soil. This is a type of soil which has a higher proportion of clay particles. Sandy soil. This is the type of soil which has a higher proportion of sand particles. Loamy soil. This is a type of soil which has equal proportion of sand and clay particles. And in agriculture, loamy soil is the best soil that is good for cultivation of crops. Now, let us look at the reason why sandy soil is not suitable for crop production. Number one, sandy soil are deficient in plant nutrients for plant growth. Number two, they have poor water holding capacity. Number three, they are highly leached of nutrients. And number four, they heat up easily during sunny weather. Now, let us look at the reason why loamy soil is suitable for crop production. Number one, it contains adequate soil minerals for plant growth. Number two, it has good aeration. Number three, easy to till. Number four, minimum leaching of nutrients. Number five, it contains a lot of humus. Now, let us look at a subtopic called soil structure. Now, when we say soil structure, this refers to the way in which the different soil particles are arranged, and it gives the soil its physical appearance. Reason why we study soil structure. Number one, it influences the soil aeration and water retaining capacity of soil. Number two, it determines the air, water, and mineral composition of the soil. Now, let us look at the physical properties of soil. Now, we have property like soil texture, soil structure, aeration, capillarity, and water retaining capacity. So these are the physical things that you can observe from soil. Now let us take soil texture to study it. Soil texture is the degree of coarseness or fineness of the soil particles, or we can say that it can be defined as the relative proportion of the various sized mineral particles present in the soil. Types of particles found in the soil are: we have clay, silt, fine sand, coarse sand, gravel, and these types are arranged in increasing size of particles. Now let us look at how we can determine soil texture by field method. So let us look at the procedures. Number one, mix sample of soil with water. Number 2, rub the wet form of the soil between the thumb and the index finger. Number 3, the type of soil is then interpreted as I, gritty. If it is gritty, then it means the soil you are dealing with is sand. I, smooth with dry, sticky when wet, then it means the soil is clay. Number 3, that is I, smooth and vivid, which means the soil is loamy soil. All right, let us look at importance of soil texture. Number 1, soil texture affects the nutrient of the soil, or we can say it affects the nutrient level of the soil. Number 2, soil texture determines the type of crop best suited for the soil. Number 3, it affects the water retaining capacity of the soil. All right, sometimes if the acidity level of the soil is high, we can apply what we call liming. So let us look at liming. Liming is the process of adding lime to the soil to correct the soil acidity. Now let us look at importance of liming. Number 1, it corrects soil acidity. Number 2, it enhances the absorption and utilization of plant nutrients. Number 3, better performance of soil micro and macroorganisms. Number 3, it improves in soil structure due to increase in calcium. All right, watch out for part 2 of the topic soil.